step into the no man's land for the longest time, lady. I need you, darling, come on, set the tone. If you feel me falling, won't you let me know? If you love me, come on, get involved. Feel it rushing through you from your head to toe.
David, great to be here.
Yeah, of course, and as you said, it's great that the weather's put on a good show for us today. It's not too hot and it's obviously not cold, and it's not raining, which is a big plus. So thank you all for coming out on behalf of Carl and myself. During track work here, he unfortunately bled from both nostrils, from the lungs, and anyone that knows about bleeding in racehorses, it's quite... no one actually knows exactly why they do it, but it can be dangerous to them, and because of that he has a 3-month ban on racing. So we decided to give him the whole 3 months in the paddock to spell and recover from that. He showed plenty of ability with Chris Waller in his first few preparations, and he was due to trial 2 days after his bleeding attack. So he wasn't far off, and Waller was basically saying that he was ready to race after that trial. So it was very unfortunate. If he does have another bleeding attack, then he's barred for life. So it is a risky situation that we're in with him, but he showed enough ability to risk pushing on and hoping that it doesn't come back again.
I suppose that's the negative, but I suppose from a positive point of view, it's a case now with Chris Waller to change its training method, obviously some treatments as well. So it's not all doom and gloom, and although it's not ideal for a horse to have that ban, not ideal for a horse to bleed, but there's ways around it. There's different diets you can try, a different stable environment, different techniques of training racehorses. So I suppose, in essence, it's out of the way, the bleeding attack, and now we can sort of set a bit of a plan B with it.
Yeah, like you said, this day and age they've got the best of the best treatment for these horses. They're athletes just like human athletes, and they get the best of care taken of them, and he'll get every treatment that will help him get through this. And we've seen many cases where a horse will have a bleeding attack and it'll never happen again. So with the right treatment and care, we're hoping that that's the case for Ready to Run.
Of course, like any athlete, they do have their setbacks, as you mentioned. I remember Pat Richards broke his ankle, came back and played the 2005 Grand Final and scored the best try ever, and it's just one highlight.
No comment.
Just trying to highlight between the difference. Yeah, the same with normal athletes to racehorses. Things can go wrong, but you can overcome them. Now, given the fact that he's had 3 months off, the training preparation will be a lot different. So when would we expect this horse to get the trials, or is it just a case of we'll see what happens?
Yeah, he's still just trying to think off the top of my head, he's still probably only halfway through his 3-month spell, if that, so he's still got a long way to go. From there it's pre-training. Pre-training usually lasts around the 4-week mark, but in his case it might take a little bit longer, maybe 5 to 6 weeks, because he would have put on a bit more condition during that time, and he will need a strip fitter before he heads back into work. So he's still a while away from trialling and racing, but he's got to go through the process and get back there, as every horse does every time they go out for a spell.
Obviously, internally we hope everything works out, but physically he looks in terrific order.
Yeah, he's a very nice horse. He's one that is a good doer, so we're trying to not let him get too heavy during his spell, but he looked super coming when he was in work last time. He was really furnished into a nice young horse. But yeah, he'll put on a bit more weight. He'll get his woolly coat, so he might not look as pretty over the next coming months. But underneath it all, is a very nice horse.